We're back, people, and today we're breaking down film on Donovan Jackson, Ohio State left guard. We're going to see film from him at left guard and left tackle. He's played both positions throughout his career and this year specifically. He's actually been really, dominant at left tackle over the playoffs for Ohio State, giving up only, one pressure in the last, 3 games. No sacks. He's really solid in pass protection. I really like how he combines his feet, his hands, whether he's jump setting, vertical setting. I do think his position at the next level is guard, number 74. I like, he's a former 5-star recruit, 6'4", 320. I think moves pretty well for his size. Pretty smart player, too. He's really good at, picking up twists and stunts. Plays with his head on a swivel very constantly, very active with his hands. I think sometimes he can run with, maybe technical problems, playing a little too far over the top, lunging, that type of thing. But, he has the recovery ability to make up for those types of situations. And he's just really nice player to watch. I think he's super underrated, at least from the rankings I've seen him in so far. I think he's going to go higher than people potentially expect, but really fun player to watch. We'll start looking at this stuff. I really want to focus on his run game action because I think that's something. I think he's pretty consistent, mostly in pass protection, but he has some I think some consistent problems in the run game. But when he has his high end reps, they're really good. Here, you just see him climb to second level on an outside zone play. Really like his fit in some outside zone runs. Here he has the drag hand. So he has the backside drag hand, help out your center, right, to get control of the situation. And look at him climb the next level, take a good angle, and then get a body on that second level defender. Really, really impressive work there. That's what you want to see. And then he gets lashed, and then he's able to leg drive, sustain. Does a pretty good job sustaining those blocks. Very, very impressed with that type of work. And here's an example of him, getting out there on the edge, I think he can do, more, if he's on the play side of an outside zone run, he can reach and hook some 3 techs. He can drive them down the line. Here, he's able to finish that block. Love that. Love seeing him play with, some power and some tenacity to finish that. He can do those solid level blocks, I think, on, reach and outside zone. He's not going to have, the insanely ones where, he hits a reach that you don't expect, but he can get his hips across. He can move laterally really well, and then he can finish blocks down the line of scrimmage like that. So to me, I mean, obviously, mostly Dolphins fans probably watching this really like what Jackson brings in that area. If you're watching this pre-draft at least, Jackson, I think, solid fit at guard, and I think has the versatility. He should be a guard at the next level, but has the versatility. If you get some injuries, maybe to move him to tackle for certain games. Here he is versus I believe that's versus Ty Robinson, who's a pretty good player for Nebraska. Look at him. Jump set, get engaged very early, and there's sliding protection to the right, so he is isolated here, but he gets engaged early. And then look at him, just his hands and feet tied together, playing with good knee bend, a wide base, not getting over the top he's playing, with his back, his chest up. Really good work there, playing with some flexion in his ankles, and he's just mirroring and matching the whole way. This is what you want to be able to have as a guard in pass protection, especially with to be able to slide away from them and leave them isolated on a very good tackle, and you win this much. Look how much room is created, because it's basically one-on-one on the backside. But even though the left tackle loses, there's so much room had from this slide, and with how much he wins, that the quarterback still has time to step up in the pocket and escape. Just really, really excellent work. He can work some combos. Here's him working double team, attack the low hip of that defender, climb up to the second level defender, stay patient, stay square, just get the job done. It doesn't always have to be some insanely high level rep where you have to do some insane athleticism thing. But he does finish his block too. That's always nice to see. And now we're gonna see a bunch of him picking up just stunts. He's very effective in these areas. Identify that they're showing off. They're sliding to the left here. So this most inner guy, he knows the center's gonna have. He's trying to find the second guy that comes. This guy works the outside. Boom. See this guy work across his face. Finish him to the ground. Love that. Love seeing a guy that was able to finish in pass protection. Always a nice sign. And it's just continuous examples. And this can always be tough. Here, he gets engaged, and they're, full sliding. This guy's isolated on the backside. When you're the left guard, when you're, this right, and then you're sliding to the right like this, it can always be difficult to find that late looper. But he finds this guy, number 48, who's the edge on the opposite side, finds him with ease. He stays patient, really good hand usage. I love how active his hands are. And, even when he gets in a position like this, he gets hands on him, boom, and the guy has to reset and get back across. He's able to recover very quick and stay in front of him the whole time. His mirror and match ability is, I think, pretty good for his size. Active hands, like I'm saying. Pass off the D tackle, the crash guy, pass him off to 71, boom, find the looper, active. Look at him, bring his hips and feet back across. Very, very excellent work. And it's just pretty constant, these types of plays. Just boom. Out of his stance. He's always pretty, I think he's got solid explosiveness out of his stance. He always stays, under control, too. Hands on, find the guy, bring his hip backs across. Plays with pretty good technique overall, especially in the lower half. I think his base and his bend and his knees is always pretty good. I think if he does get in trouble technique-wise, it's usually of him playing over the top. And I think he's improved as the season's gone on. It feels like he's gotten more consistent and better every game, which I think is always a good sign. Here he is in pass protection. I think this is an example of where maybe he gets a little too over the top. Right here, this is not a position you want to be in, but this is going to happen as an offensive lineman. You're not going to be perfect every rep with how your technique is. You're going against other good players. But look at this example of him being able to recover very quickly to get his body back in position and stick with it the whole way. Recovery ability, I think, is super important. Here he is at left tackle in one of the playoff games, and he was just really good in these games, giving up no pressures. It looked very comfortable, just staying patient. Look at him, he's staying square, good bend, the whole base, this whole picture right here of what he is right now is what you want to see. And then once the guy works the outside, boom, get active with your hands, reset your hands, win, seal him away the whole time, playing with really good technique. It's just beautiful stuff. Here's another example of it. This one, I believe, in the most recent game versus Texas, at left tackle, bro. And this left tackle, or the end he's going against, is giving him some good work. He's actually showing a good rep. He's stabbing the inside, boom, being loose with it. But Jackson, just even with all that action given to him, he's able to recover very quickly, play with high hand, low hand, reset those hands, even try to finish his block late. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful work across the board. And look at this rep. Look at him just toss this guy out the club, toss that guy around instantly. Some heavy, powerful hands. I think his punch timing overall is pretty good. I like what I've seen from Donovan Jackson. And then he was a high recruit. He was a 5-star recruit, very highly touted coming out of college. And he's just been a solid starter for Ohio State for years at left guard. Love this. Go look for work. No one on you. Go look for work. Help your left tackle. Help push that guy to the ground. Here, work some combos, double team, finish that guy. Boom. Plays with some physicality. Here you get to see the reach block. This is the example I'm talking about. A 3 technique. So this is what you want if you're a heavy outside zone team. You really want your guards to be able to reach a 3 technique from play side on these types of blocks on some tosses. Here's it's more of a pin pull. But look at him just get out his hit very effective. Explosive out of his stance, good good lateral quickness, and now his hips and feet. And he gets pushed back a little bit, but that's completely fine in this situation. You don't get pushed back a lot. It's more important here is positioning and leverage. And now he gets his hips across, seal this guy. Now you give your running back multiple lanes to work with because it's worked up here pretty nicely. And you can hit back up into it. Very well executed play. So I'm a fan of Donovan Jackson as a player in this draft class. I think he's pretty underrated. And I think he's just going to keep rising. I feel like more and more people are going to get onto it soon. I feel like I'm starting to see that his stock raise already. So if you guys really make sure comment, subscribe to see